As expected, the Parliament winter session of 2021 was very eventful one. On very first day, we saw government lost no time in moving the repeal of the farm laws. It also saw chaos, ruckus, disruptions and walkovers leading to the suspension of 12 opposition members. Hello friends, I am Raju Notes, and if you are hearing me for the first time, please click that subscribe button below and encourage me in all my future endeavors. Today, we will quickly see what are the bills passed in this winter session of Parliament 2021 that affect our lives directly. The winter session of the Parliament was held between November 29 to December 23rd. There were a total of 19 sittings. Currently, 29 bills were pending in the Parliament. Out of these, 5 bills were listed for consideration and passing during the session and 5 were listed for withdrawal. However, a total of 36 bills were listed in the session. 10 bills were passed and 2 were passed by Lok Sabha and pending at the upper house. Let's see this 10 quickly one by one. First, the Assisted Reproductive Technology Regulation Bill 2020. This bill was introduced on 14 September 2020 in Lok Sabha. The primary objective of this bill was to provide regulations for the assistive reproductive technology, also called as ART, and their services and their banks. It also specifies conditions for the gamete donation and the storage. The ART, that is basically the assistive reproductive technology, is used to treat infertility. It includes the fertility treatment that handles both woman's egg and man's sperm. It is worked by removing eggs from the woman's body, and these eggs are then mixed with sperms to make the embryo. A regulation on this has now come into force. Next is the Surrogacy Regulation Bill 2019. This bill was first introduced in 15 July 2019 in Lok Sabha. This was passed, and the key objectives of this bill is it prohibits commercial surrogacy and constitutes the National Surrogacy Board and state surrogacy boards to regulate the surrogacy. We know that India has become a surrogacy tourist hub also. There were no regulations on this, and the foreigners took the maximum benefit of this, depriving many people back in India because of no correct laws onto this. However, now this bill has been passed, giving out a framework for the bill. Next is the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research Amendment Bill 2021. This bill was first introduced on 15 March 2021 in Lok Sabha. The key objectives of this bill were to declare 6 new institutes as the institutes of national importance and set up a council to coordinate the activities of the National Institutes of Pharmaceutical Education and Research. These new institutes are located in Ahmedabad, Hajipur, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Guwahati and Raebareli. The bill also deals with establishment and composition of councils and board of governors. The Dam Safety Bill of 2019 was introduced on 29 July 2019 with the key objective of providing surveillance, inspection, operation and maintenance of specified dams across the country. The need for it is in India, most of the dams are maintained by the state government, while there are a few other organizations like Bhakra Bias Management Board, Damodar Valley Corporation and National Hydroelectric Power Corporation, who also have their own and operate their own dams. So they were all diversified. So this particular bill consolidates the entire dams and their safety to include the operation and maintenance as well. So this bill was also passed. Some of the states have their own reservations, citing that it will ingress into their state rights and the states will lose the control of the dam. Next, the Central Vigilance Commission Amendment Bill of 2021. It replaces an ordinance. The objective of this bill is that it amends the Central Vigilance Commission Act of 2003 to allow for extending the term of the Director of Enforcement. The Delhi Special Police Establishment Amendment Bill 2021 replaces an ordinance. Like the similar one, the objective of this bill is to amend the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act of 1946 to allow for extending the term of the Director of the Central Bureau of Investigation. The Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Amendment Bill 2021 replaces an ordinance. The object was to amend the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substance Act of 1985, which had some drafting errors. So this was just done through a ordinance. The High Court and Supreme Court Judges' Salaries and Condition of Service Amendment Bill 2021. The key objectives of this bill was to amend the High Court Judges, that is basically Salaries and Conditions of Services Act of 1954, and the Supreme Court Judges, basically Salaries and Condition of their Services Act of 1958. The bill clarifies that a person will be entitled to the additional pension or family pension from the first day of the month in which they complete the minimum age under the concerned age bracket. The scales contain 5 age brackets with a minimum age of 80, 85, 90, 95 and 100 years, and the additional quantum increases with the age from 20% to 100% of the pension or family pension. The Farm Laws Repeal Bill 2021, we know this has been in much controversies and we have done a detailed video on this earlier. The objective of this Farm Law Repeal Bill was to repeal the Farm Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act of 2020. And in addition to that, an agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Service Act of 2020 and the Essential Commodities Amendment Act of 2020 was assured along with the repeal of the Farm Bill. Finally, the much controversial Election Law Amendment Bill 2021, which was introduced on 20 December 21. The bill amends the Representation of People Act 1950 and the Representation of the People's Act of 1951 to implement certain electoral reforms. What are these reforms? First is the linking of electoral roll data with the Aadhaar. The bill adds that the electoral registration officer may require a person to furnish their Aadhaar number for establishment their identity. A lot of controversy on this, that the opposition has said that this infringes into the personal data security. Next is the qualifying date for the enrollment in electoral roll. The bill amends this to provide 4 qualifying dates in a calendar year. That will be in January 1st, April 1st, July 1st and October 1st. Unlike the previous year, wherein even after reaching 18 years of age, you were able to enroll only when your age is 18 as of 1st of January. Thereby, 1 full year was lost for people who attained the age of 18, say probably in the month of February. So they had to wait for 1 full year to get their name enrolled. Now it can be done 4 times a year. Next is the requisition of premises for the election purposes. As of now, the premises which were used for conducting polls, the same premise can be used for counting, storage of voting machines and the poll related materials, in addition to the accommodation of security forces and polling personals. The bill also introduces the general neutral provision. Well, in the 1951 Act, the Act enables the wife of a person holding a service qualification to vote either in person or by postal ballot, especially those serving in defense forces. They had this provision of posting their vote by postal ballot. So the wife of such defense personnel was to poll, or rather cast her vote in the constituency where they were. But now this bill, instead of terming the wife term wife, it has been replaced it with spouse. So in case any lady officer is there in the armed forces, the husband gets to vote in the same fashion as what the wife used to earlier. So those were the 10 bills, and in addition to these 10, 2 were partially passed. The one is the Interstate River Water Dispute Amendment Bill, and the second is the Appropriation Number 5 Bill, which is now being presented to the upper house. This will come up in the later sessions of the Parliament. So by the end of the Parliament session of the winter, the Parliament session has about 33 pending bills, and hopefully it will see the light of the day maybe next time. So that's all I had for the update on the winter session of Parliament 2021. Thank you for staying with me, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.